Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
Hello. So today we want to tell you guys all about the must-have apps for epic travel.
That's right, but Chubby tested and Chubby approved. Want to know what they are? Just keep watching. Quick disclaimer, we've not been paid for any of these apps. We just like them and endorse them because they're, well, awesome. Quite frankly, pretty handy. We both have iPhones, so these are all the apps that we have have been on iPhone. They're probably on Google Play as well.
I'm sure they would be. They're pretty straightforward. If they're not, I bet there's a pretty good equivalent. So we have separated all of these into categories like communication, translators, stuff like that. So it's easier for you guys to know exactly what we use these apps for. So we'll start with the first category.
Never mind our really high dollar special effects that Amanda made, because also a cheat sheet, if you can see it.
I'm left-handed, please don't judge me. Communication.
So there are actually five apps that we use to communicate with our family when we're traveling abroad. One left out here is actually Facebook. Facebook Messenger is awesome.
That's a good one.
We use it all the time. We video chat, we text.
Facebook Messenger was the only way anybody had to talk to me until actually about, a month ago?
Yeah, it's pretty
common. I didn't have an American SIM card and it was just helpful.
Next one's Marco Polo. Marco Polo is fantastic.
It's like a video voicemail. Yeah,
video voicemail. We talk to people all over the world doing this. Talk to our family here so they could wake up to a nice message from us. In Bali, how we're in the pool hanging out to just gloat, I guess. That's a good one.
We still use it. We still use it to talk to our friends in Canada and anywhere else. So it's an app we still use.
It uses your phone number.
It uses your phone number, so when I got my American SIM card, I got bumped out of every group I was in. But yes, it operates off of your phone number. So you change your phone number, you lose all your stuff.
Another one we used quite a bit was WhatsApp. WhatsApp is used universally. Used it quite a bit in Vietnam, quite a bit in Indonesia, because everyone has it there too.
I used it all the time.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So WhatsApp, good choice.
So the last two are Skype and Zoom. It really depends on how you want to use them. Skype is good for kind of one-on-one. Zoom, you can also often have more than one person. So it really just depends on what you're using it for, whether it's video, whether it's voice, whatever. You can use them both for both. Currency.
Xe is the app for us. I'd probably say it's probably the most used app of anything really that we've used all year when we were in Asia.
Nothing is weirder than standing in a Vietnamese grocery store and you see 100,000 dong on something and you're like, how much is that really? So you whip out your Xe app and you convert it. It's pretty amazing. We used it for everything. Like, it was on the front page of my phone. I used it so much. It's still on my phone.
So what it is, if you type in a number, like you say US dollars, $10, or the currency of the country you're in, it converts right away. Up to 10 different currencies you can have at one time. So I type in, for example, $10 US gives me the price in yen, it gives me the price in RMB, gives you the price in baht, everything. Yeah. So it's really kind of cool how it works. It's also instantaneous. Even if it's offline, it gets the last prices it was able to catch from the internet and gives you somewhat of an estimate. So even though you have no cell service, it might be able to help you as well, because it remembers the last currency.
Because currency updates almost daily, so...
Well, instantaneously, up to the second.
Right, but it's not always the same is what I mean. So one currency one day, the conversion will be different the next day depending upon what the market looks like. So if you used it yesterday and it was 31 baht for every dollar, the next day it's 30, that's what happens. So if you're offline, then like Jimmy said, you get the most recent.
Rough estimate, still pretty useful tool. It's probably the most useful tool in our arsenal.
Yeah. Entertainment. You guys. Nobody wants to be on a flight super bored. So I know a lot of these things you guys are probably gonna know about, but we wanted to tell you anyway because entertainment is uber important when you're traveling.
Let's preface this by saying you shouldn't use these apps. You should look out a window, enjoy your app because you're traveling. You're somewhere new.
Yes.
But if you're tired
on an 11-hour flight.
Yes. These are the things that we actually use all of the time to buy our time to get by and
long haul flights.
Yeah.
Anything over an hour, we're pulling out some entertainment. So the very first thing would be Netflix.
Netflix.
I know that seems obvious, but up until just a few months ago, Netflix did not have the capability to actually download something to your phone where you can use it offline, but you can. And it's amazing. So go download all the Friends episodes and you're set for a flight.
Certain things you can, certain things you cannot. So what might be available to watch stream, you actually can't download. And weird thing is sometimes you can't use it in certain countries. I know if we were in Indonesia,
Japan was the most difference I saw.
Yeah, certain countries actually don't allow you to have Netflix. You have the VPN, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah.
But some things that you could download, like I was able to watch Better Call Saul in its entirety when it came out on Netflix, where here you couldn't watch it at all. Mm-hmm. So it's really kind of interesting. So you can see some things you can get in other countries that you can't get here, and vice versa. But just so you know, you can also download some movies for that flight.
And the super popular stuff they have an entire section for downloads. So go check that out. Do some scrolling. And download your next fun film for flight. Next thing is I use this more than Jimmy, and that's Audible, because I love my books. I still use it when I take a shower, I listen to my audiobooks. So I use that all the time, and it's just download a book you love and listen to it on the plane.
Also going to take a moment to shout out for iTunes podcasts. There's one particular podcast we like to listen to all the time, which is Chubby Away's The Pudgecast. Don't forget to download it. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's a shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless.
But in all honesty, I listen to tons of podcasts. We listen to some together that we like, but I often like kind of the spirituality, meditation stuff, and he likes, Joe Rogan. So the next thing is books. What's awesome is if you have a Nook, if you have a Kindle, or if you just like your iBooks apps, they're all available on iPhone. So I actually have books in all three, so I have all three. So if you want to read a book, you got a choice.
Two more apps we use quite often was HBO Go and Amazon Video. Both are, well, actually Prime Video. Is that what it's called? Prime Video? Prime Video.
I didn't use it.
Yeah, so, well, I guess more than she did. But just be aware that sometimes you can't use those apps. Like somehow it knows, even if you have a VPN on, it will know, and
it's not available in some countries based on the content. So you have to watch out for that. Even with a VPN, some places you just flat can't use it. So those are mostly the apps that you use when you have access to actual internet. So if you're hanging out at home or something, less so on a flight. Transportation.
So just let's preface this by saying, we have a lot of prefaces already, but we love and hate these apps because...
all of them. Pretty much all of them.
Transportation apps because, well, let's explain. So the first one, Google Maps. Google Maps is awesome. It's tried and true. It works everywhere you want it to work.
Updated.
It works really well. So you can also zoom in, see where you're going. It's really helpful, even for walking.
Walk, drive. So Google Maps is really good for that. Now, Uber is hit or miss, y'all. Sometimes they have Uber, sometimes they don't have Uber, and sometimes Uber is actually Grab.
Especially for Asia, because Uber got bought out in Asia by Grab. Grab's based out of Singapore. Really good company, really reasonable rates. But the problem we have with them is sometimes they are a little too accurate on following the map. So they'll go right past
the drivers, not the apps.
Yeah, yeah. It's so frustrating. They drive off a pier off a cliff if the app told them to.
It works really well. You put your credit card in just like you do Uber or Lyft in the US, and Grab works exactly the same way. It tells you when they're coming and where they're at. So it's pretty awesome for that.
Other one we were surprised that was there was Waze. Waze is actually an international company. We didn't know. It's pretty scary accurate, just like it is in the United States. I meant to mention as well that Google Maps and Waze both are really, really accurate, especially if you're looking at train travel. Japan. We were just amazed by Japan. I knew how long it took for us to walk somewhere, walk up the stairs, and what train to take, and from the train when to get off, and where to go through this exit.
Awesome.
Blew my mind. It actually blew my mind how scary accurate it is, and really good tool.
Time zone. Let's be honest, you guys. I'm the only one that really struggled with this. I had such a hard time figuring out time zone of where my family is, where a certain friend is. Like, it was really confusing to me. So I used an app called Time Buddy. And what happens with Time Buddy is basically you go in and you can select 4 time zones. So like I could select Dallas, I could select Ubud, I could select like where my parents live outside of Houston, or I could select like LA, for example. And it will tell you all the way down the line what time it is in all of those places. And so for example, if it's 3 o'clock in Dallas, it's like 4 a.m. tomorrow in Ubud, and it'll tell you that, and it'll do plus 13 or whatever. So amazing if you have real heavy struggles with time zone confusion. Check out Time Buddy. Translation apps. All the languages, you guys. It is tough, and that's a question we get a lot is, how do you talk to people in all these different languages? Basically, we used one pretty solid app. There's a second one that you can use pretty much exclusively in China, and that's iTranslate. We didn't use that a lot because we didn't go to China, but we had it.
Why do we use that? because Google is banned
Google's
in China.
banned in China. So that's why we were prepared for that, just in case we headed that way, so we were ready. We never needed to use it. But what we did use
was Google Translate.
It's the best one.
It's the best one. Sometimes if you do too many words at one time, it gets confused and gives the wrong thing. You know, why are my chickens yellow or something? When you're trying to ask where the yellow chicken restaurant is, it's interesting how it translates things, but it does a pretty good job for really like where's the bathroom, that kind of stuff.
And sometimes you can actually take a picture of something, like open up your photo app and it will actually tell you what something says in English. It's not available like that for everything. So like, it was available in Japan, was not available in Thailand, which I was really bummed about. But it's hit or miss, so just download the languages that you know you're gonna use, and it's really easy. Type it in there from like Vietnamese to English and show it to somebody, and they'll be able to pretty much decipher what you're trying to figure out.
And again, you can download each language onto your phone directly. So if you don't have cell service and you're in a new country and you go, oh no, what's gonna happen? Even China, if you go to China, you can actually still use Google Translate if you download the particular language like Mandarin or something like that. So it's really, really helpful.
Lodging. You guys know we have a pretty hardcore love-hate relationship with Airbnb.
That's right. But the app, if you're going to even use it one time,
it's great.
Download it because it's really, really handy. What we found out is you can communicate with them over the app as long as you have Wi-Fi. And if you get stuck somewhere, you don't have actually can call out. They can call you with your cell service. So say I was in Thailand and I had my old SIM card here in the U.S. and I popped it in there and told them they can call me. Well, it's free for incoming calls. So they were able to call me from the call center in Florida to talk to me about the problems I was having with Airbnb. So you can communicate with them via a chat. Also type in your number and they will call you on your number, local number, that's Thailand or wherever it would be. Check in, check out date, the instructions. A lot of times our keys are left in a secret spot, and the instructions would be actually on the app.
You can text with the homeowner or whoever you're actually renting from. So it's a really great app and you definitely should use it. Put our love-hate relationship aside, download it. Flights.
As expected, every airline has their own travel app.
Everybody does.
And how to check in online, you can have your boarding pass online. So that's kind of self-explanatory.
Pick your favorite and download it.
The other ones we use while we were traveling, or when we were out traveling, is Momondo is one. And the other one we love now, due to our coming home situation, is Skipwag.
Yeah.
Skipwag is an amazing site, but it's two caveats. You can't have any luggage with you because sometimes it has fares that are super cheap, but what happens is they have a fare say to Cancun. In our case, we were trying to come home from Las Vegas.
Yeah, so it's like Vegas to Dallas to Cancun, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, our suitcases were already in Dallas waiting for us, so we don't have any carry-on baggage. Because what it does is it thinks you're going to Cancun. Instead of going to Cancun, we're changing planes, just stop in Dallas.
Just don't get on the other plane.
That's right. Which kind of bummed me out because we had a really good deal to go to Cancun that day.
I wanted to come home.
Yeah. Check it out. Skipwag.
Internet. You guys know, internet was epically important to our year in Asia. And we had an app that we used a ton past XE, was Speed Test. And what this does is it shows you how fast upload and download speed you have of the internet connection where you are. And the value of this is impossible to explain.
For your phone and for Wi-Fi both.
Yeah.
So, we uploaded 3 times a week while we were in Asia, and even here too. We make sure, sometimes we have internet problems that are even at our house. We check with our phone and make sure that the internet is up. So if we see like a download or upload speed of like 10, we'll go somewhere else find faster internet. Like we walk up to the restaurant and say, "Hi, what's your Wi-Fi password?"
What
and we'll check it. And we probably shouldn't stay here.
Go.
So we go. So it's kind of interesting how that works. It's a useful tool. Amazing speed test.
Yes.
Next thing we'll talk about is VPN.
What does that mean, a VPN? It's a...
virtual private network.
Yes, and there are 2 really great choices for this that we use. The first one was Express VPN. That's actually a paid service. And we paid...
cheap, though.
It's pretty cheap. It was like, what, $75 for 6 months?
No, it's cheaper than that. A lot cheaper.
Was it?
Yeah, it was only like 15, 20 bucks.
No, it wasn't that cheap. Either way, it wasn't that expensive because we paid it, and you guys know how cheap we are. And so we did that for 6 months, and it was great. The other one that I used a lot was Star VPN, and that's free. And it works awesome.
There's a bunch of them out there.
There are so many. So just pick which one you think will work best for you, and I'm sure there's new ones since we've had to use them, but some places you can't function without a VPN. Miscellaneous.
Okay, it's the last one. We'll make it real quick. But there's 3 different apps that we like that we feel like we should tell you because
they didn't really fit another category.
Yeah. So we love world music, and something I didn't realize that it would work with is Shazam. So we were in Thailand, and I like someone listening overhead. Like,
oh my gosh, it was
cool
a
Thai
movie
music.
theater every time.
And so I would press Shazam, and it worked. It was all in Thai, but it works in other countries. It's really cool. Second one.
Groupon. Now you guys know we love a really good deal, and Groupon is not just in the US, it's all over the place. So download Groupon on your phone, that way you can check it out and put where you are, see what great deals there are out there.
Yeah, we were in Dubai, we got some really good deals too, and I still get them every freaking day, but that's besides the point.
I mean, don't pay more than you have to.
And the last one I talked about is Duolingo. Duolingo is a basically game, if you want to call it that, but it helps you learn other languages. So it has Thai, it has Vietnamese, it has Mandarin, all those different languages, French, Spanish, all that stuff. Yep. Each day you have to learn new words and you play games. It's such a fun way to learn a new language and help, speak language when you're in that country. It's awesome. So that's it. Hope you guys got some new information on travel apps to use here in 2019.
Yes.
It's such a fantastic tool. We I don't know what we do with our phones. I honestly don't know what we do with our phones.
That's a scary thought, you guys. And I know it seems weird to be that reliant on it, but it was more so for the apps than the actual phone service that we used it for. So definitely look at these. Think about downloading them on your next trip. And
so go down below, check out our Facebook and Instagram, as well as our podcast, our travel podcast, the Pudgecast, for all information, I guess, about us and what we're doing next, and travel tips and guides, I guess you want to call it.
All the goodness.
Yes.
That's where that lives. So thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you next time.
See ya. Hey everybody.
Cut the top of your head off. You look super bald.
This is a really, really rickety bridge. I hope it doesn't fall because of my weight. No, it's still. It has to be lower. Today we're going to talk to you about the most common. Let's see.
You want me to do this?
What we're going to talk.
The must.
Right after this.
Right now. Right after this. Right now.
Right now.
We're going to show you right now.
Right now.
I didn't talk, but I'm always heard, so I don't know why he worries
about this. Talking in your normal voice. Why are you talking like that?
Welcome back to our channel, you guys. Today we're talking about all the travel apps that you need for high maintenance, bougie travel.
Want to see what they are? Just keep watching.
Thank you.
Just keep watching.
Less infomercial.
Just keep watching. Yeah.
Is that better? I'm in front of you.
Okay.
I'm the talent anyway, though.
Okay.
If you want to find out, just keep watching.
Just keep watching. Just keep watching.
Just keep watching.
Just
not
keep
this,
watching.
not this. Because we have all kinds of fun, real life. For once, it's me.
Yeah. Want to know what they are? Just keep watching.
He did it!
Also, download YouTube so you can watch us. Seriously.